Go ahead.
With Popcorn Genius. We're going to be making some popcorn today. We're going to be making some theater popcorn in our theater style popcorn popper. We're going to make movie theater butter flavored popcorn, which is going to be awesome. Let me just take a quick look at this here. All right, awesome. I think we're good to go. Okay, so today we have our Paragon Movie Theater Pop 8 popcorn popper. Super excited to use this machine today. It's a super cold day outside. It's the middle of winter here in upstate New York. It's freezing cold. We have tons of snow on the ground. It is absolutely crazy. One thing I do want to talk first about this popcorn popper is we need to get it turned on. So let's turn on the heat and the power. That's going to start to spin. Actually, we're missing a piece right here we need to get. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to pop anything in this. Actually, I don't see the piece that we need. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. We needed this piece right here. This is the stirring mechanism. So last time we used this, we took this all apart and we washed it, and it was still in the drain. So let's put this together. We're going to put this in here. There we go. Now we have it. Now when we turn this on and get some spinning going on there. Perfect. Okay, so we have our machine going. We're going to turn this on. We're going to start to heat it up. And we're going to want to get this to about 350 degrees or so. Once it gets up to that, that's when we can add our ingredients. But let's get our ingredients going. Oh, awesome. You have a Great Northern Matinee 8-ounce. Zenzi, that's awesome. That's so cool. You're going to make some right now? Would be really cool. Okay, let us get our ingredients measured out. Big shout out to McKenna, Emmett, and Sammy. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you watching. Let me measure out first our butter oil. This is a butter flavored oil. This smells so good. It's really, really good. This is also an oil that you can use to top your popcorn too. Basically what they do right at movie theaters, they top your popcorn with this. We're also going to pop it with this as well. This is a Paragon product. This is called their Buttery Goodness. It's awesome. So we measured out 3 ounces of oil because we have an 8-ounce popcorn popper. So we have 3 ounces of oil, and we're going to use 8 ounces of kernels. And today we're using Orville Redenbacher's white corn butterfly style popcorn. Measure this out. There we go. We have just about a half a cup or 8 ounces. Oh, actually, we're going to need more than a half cup. We're going to need 2 of these. So we'll get that going to start with, and then we'll make sure that we get another half a cup in there. All right, let's check our temperature. Oh yeah, we're at temperature. We're at 409 degrees already. This machine heats up so fast. We're going to put in our oil. we're going to put in our kernels. So like I said, we need half a cup here and another half a cup. There we go. So we got a full cup of kernels. And we're also going to be adding flavacol. I have it already measured out here. We're using a tablespoon of flavacol. This is like a buttery salt. Oh yeah, we're spinning around really good in there. We're going to close our lid. We're going to let that heat up so those kernels can start popping. The flavacol we're using is just a gold medal product. This is a seasoning salt, as I mentioned, and this is used in a lot of movie theaters. They use this same type of seasoning salt for butter. It's like very salty, buttery. It's really, really good. It works really well. Hey Justin, yeah, the order that we put the ingredients in, that's a great question. We do oil, kernels, and our salt all at the same time. You typically, I'll put in the oil first though, then the kernels, and then the salt. But you can mix the salt right in with your kernels and add that all at one time as well. But it's pretty much all at the same time. The oil just a couple seconds before is perfectly fine. Great question. Okay, awesome. Zenzi, how do you like that Northern Matinee popper? Does that work really good? I know I already said this, Emmett, McKenna, and Sammy, but another shout out to you because I really appreciate you guys. All right. We are moving along pretty well here. I can smell it now. It's smelling really good. It smells awesome. The butteriness. We're actually going to pop a couple batches. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop one batch with our butterfly style popcorn, and I think we'll pop a batch with mushroom style popcorn kernels too. All right. I think I'm starting to hear it pop a little bit already. Oh yeah, yep, we're popping. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. I can already smell it. It smells super awesome. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but we used a tablespoon of the flavacol. Oh yeah, we're really popping up good now. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's popping up really fast. It smells really good. I wish you could smell this. There we go. Awesome. Now we're going to listen for this, and as soon as it starts to slow down a little bit, we're going to give it a dump. We're getting a lot of popcorn here. Oh, Justin, okay, what is that? You put the seasoning in immediately after? Okay. You find it makes it bind better? That's cool. I like that. We're going to have to give that a try. All right, let's turn this off. Give it a dump. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, smells really good. Nothing like hot buttered popcorn. Oh yeah, this looks so good. Oh yeah, and it's gonna get a little crunchier as it cools a little bit because what happens is it's a little chewy at first, but as soon as that steam and that heat comes off, it'll get nice and crunchy. Use the same flavor call. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I would love to get a cart for this. That's a great idea. I haven't yet. I've been eyeing it. They have a matching cart for this popper, and I've been really thinking about getting one of those. Let me check and see. You have yours on the table. Are you thinking about getting a cart for yours as well? Because I think this would look really great, like in the dining room, or set up all the time. I think it would be really cool. I'll have to run that by my wife to make sure that's okay, but really cool. All right, we're gonna do another batch here. We're gonna do a batch of mushroom kernels in this and see what happens. So I'm gonna turn this off for a second, actually, because it's already so hot and heated up. We don't need it to do anything. Oh, you know what? Let's pop one more batch, but let's pop it the way Justin said. Let's put our oil and our popcorn in here. Let's give this a try, because I've never tried this before. So we're going to put in our 3 ounces of oil, and we're going to put in a cup of kernels. That's 1/2 a cup, and one more 1/2 cup. Perfect. Now let's close the lid. We'll turn this on, and we'll get our flavor call ready. And I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of flavor call here, making a little bit of a mess. It's okay. I'm going to put it in this cup. It's easier to add. And I'm going to pull this popcorn out. I'm going to taste it again, just because it's so good. And I'm going to pull this batch of corn out, and we're going to try to pop it the way Justin said. Because I'm interested to see the difference, because I think that's awesome. I love new techniques and new ways of doing things, and I appreciate the suggestions. A lot of popcorn. This is a 2-gallon bag right here. So you get a lot of popcorn in a batch. Awesome. You upped your popcorn game right after COVID? That's awesome. Okay, first pop. We're not there yet. Oh, I heard it. We're putting it in. Okay, we did it. Okay, and it's popping. I'm excited about this. This is a great suggestion. Where's everybody from? We're in upstate New York. Like I said, it's super cold here. I've heard there's been some snow actually down in North Carolina this week. Some snow in almost like in the Midwest, some places that don't normally get snow. So I'm curious to know where everyone's from, what state you're in. Arizona? Oh, Sweden, cool. Arizona, nice. I'm hoping it's warm out there. Oh, 80 degrees, nice. I wish it was that here. Okay, all right, this is looking good. Wait for it to slow down, and then we'll give it a dump. Whoa, New Orleans, you got 13 inches of snow? I bet that was crazy down there. Up here, we're used to it. We get tons of snow all the time. Not too far from here, they got 300 inches so far this winter. All right, we're turning this off. Let me give this a dump. All right. Let's check this out. Let's give it a take. Let's give it a look first. Oh, it is nice and coated. It looks really good. Let's give it a. I like the ones that are super coated. Ooh. I can definitely taste. It does seem to be more savory and a little bit more buttery. I like that tip. Justin, great job. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's an awesome idea. This is really good. Okay. All right. This looks really good. It tastes really good too. I'm going to bag this up, and then we're going to do a batch of the mushroom style, because I am curious as to how that's going to come out. I know the butterfly is nice because it's nice and tender. I don't know, Justin, do you typically use the butterfly style popcorn? And also, Zenzi, do you use the butterfly style popcorn too? Is that typically what you use? I'm curious, and not just the two of you, but anyone else on there. What kind of popcorn kernels do you use? Justin, absolutely. Would love to chat with you more about popcorn. I love popcorn and making different flavors and all kinds of things with it. So absolutely. Oh, Jiffy Pop. Nice. Nice. Zenzi, what's the weather like in Sweden? Perfect. All right. Now we're going to pop mushroom style kernels in this popcorn popper. And so let me get the kernels. We keep ours in a big 5-gallon bucket. This one says orange on it because when we had our popcorn shop, this was the bucket that had the orange flavored popcorn in it. This is how we used to store it in the back. Oh, Tyler, that's awesome. You and your daughters? You made your own kettle corn at home? Sweet. You have like a setup? What kind of setup do you use for that? Dark and cold in Sweden? Okay. That's about what it is up here in New York, except it is daytime right now, but it is cold. Oh, the Orville popcorn in the Stir Crazy? That's awesome. That's a great idea. In fact, actually, we have a video coming out this Wednesday of us making kettle corn in the Stir Crazy. So I love the Stir Crazy. It's nice and simple to use. It's really cool. Justin, I believe. Any tips on how to make it a little more crispy, less chewy? Really just letting it escape, as you can. Especially in the Stir Crazy, you want to make sure that top lid is off so all the steam escapes. Similar, that'll happen naturally in a machine like this because the lid kind of lifts off as the popcorn pops. And also, if you let it sit just a little bit, it will get more crunchy. You took the cookies and cream popcorn to school and everybody loved it? Awesome. Okay, Justin, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's turn this thing on. Let's try this. I got this all turned around in here. Let me turn this off for a second. I really made a mess of this lid. There we go. I don't know how I did that. Okay, turn this thing back on. Let's get our oil going. So we need 3 ounces. Let me grab a full cup of kernels, a full cup instead of this half a cup. Let me put this oil in here. Awesome. Have a full cup here. And these are mushroom style kernels, so hopefully they'll pop up nice and big. And we're going to get out a tablespoon of flavacol. All right. I'm going to put that in our container again. Oh, nice, Tyler. Yeah, cool. You do it right on the stove. That's awesome. And you make kettle corn with that? I love that idea. We've made it with a whirly pop too, very similar. And I like making it on the stove. It does heat up really quickly, and you can make some really great popcorn with that. Hey, that's a great question about your kernels. How can you tell if the kernels are good or not? The only real way, right, you want to make sure that they have a certain moisture content. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what that is. I want to say like 11 or 12%. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But what you can do is you can get a moisture checker. They have like these little tools. I don't have one actually, but you can use that to check the moisture content of your kernels. And you want to make sure it's within that, because otherwise you won't get as many kernels popped up, or they won't pop at all, or anything along those lines. So that is one way to check it. Obviously dates and things, you want to make sure that you're using fresh kernels if you possibly can, and also quality kernels. Where you get them is important too. Really appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you so much. And also, when you do get your kernels, in order to make sure that it stays in those good that good moisture content, you want to make sure you store it in a nice sealed container, of course, outside of the sunlight. But of course, you have to make sure you get good quality kernels for that to work properly. We use gold medal for our mushroom. These Orville Redenbacher ones are really great. We actually just picked up some Pop Weaver caramel and sweet ones, so we're really interested in trying those too. But we use a lot of gold medal, and we find it works really well. Thank you, Tyler. Shout out to your daughters. Really appreciate it. You bet, PM. Anytime. All right. Oh, yeah, look how big these are. Look how big these kernels are. This is really cool. All right, we're going to listen for it. As soon as it starts to slow down, we're going to turn it off and give it a dump. I think we're good. Give it a dump. Okay. Give it a little toss. All right, look at that. Look at how big those kernels are. Let me grab those butterfly ones. I want to show you a comparison of the difference between these two. Okay, so let me put this in here. So that's a mushroom kernel, nice and big. And then this is a butterfly kernel. You can see the difference in them. This one is big and full, and then this one has a lot of little pieces on the side. This one I find is more tender, but this one's really good for depending on what you want to do with it. But if you're coating it with sugar, this one holds up a lot better. Even though, tune in this week, we did pop in the Stir Crazy kettle corn and we used butterfly and it actually came out pretty good. But if you have like any type of big stirring, you want to use the mushroom kernels. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. These are really good. These are even going to get better the more it kind of shifts out of there. But this is really good. All right, let's get this closed up. And we're actually going to pop one of those kits next. Because I think that's something that would be really cool to check out. So these are like portion packs, they're called. Let me get this scooped out, and we'll pop some portion packs next. Perfect. Yeah, it pops, one of the 8 ounces of popcorn typically pops about a gallon of popcorn. And you can see, that's pretty, this is a 2-gallon bag. It's almost about half of the bag. So just about a gallon, works really well. And if you have one of these machines at home, an easy thing to do is to get these portion packs. This is the Country Harvest brand. Lots of companies make these. This one's actually from Paragon. And it's a really good thing that you can use. This one has, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it has like a butter coconut oil in here, which is thicker than the oil we're using, because this has like a coconut oil in there, and it has to be pretty warm for it to not be solidified. So you'll find it's a little thicker. Here in the middle, like I said, I don't know how well you can see this, but there's Flavacol right here, and then you have your pack of kernels. So what you can do with this is basically cut this right across the top and dump it in and pop some popcorn. So let's do it. Let's turn our machine on. We're gonna raise our lid, and we grab a scissor. There we go. One of the things we can do with this is, typically I would just squeeze out the oil first and then add the other ones, but we're going to do it all at once, see how that goes. So I'm just going to put it right in here, dump it in, and then I usually just squeeze the oil right down to make sure I get it all out. So squeeze the package all the way down, and we have it all in there. All of our stuff is in there, spinning around. Close that up. These have a butterfly style popcorn in them. They're nice and convenient. You can buy these by the case. Very simple. If you're doing any type of like concession stand or something along those lines, these are great to have because you can make just batch after batch using these. And they're called portion packs, and this is a 3-in-1. The oil, the Flavacol, and the kernels. Put that over there. Has anyone else used portion packs before? Is that like, if you have a theater style popcorn popper, have you used portion packs? Let me get this cleaned out a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so this is heating up in here. We're gonna wait for this to start popping, of course. And once it slows down, that's when we're gonna give it a dump. But one of these machines is nice to have. You can get these in all different sizes. They have, 2-ounce machines, 4-ounce machines, 6-ounce machines, 8-ounce. I mean, they have 16, 32, 64. They have big machines. And when you go into a movie theater and you see their popcorn machine, you'll see, how big these things can get. We actually have a 20-ounce machine in storage right now. But the bigger machines that you get, the more electricity you need. So something that size, you need 220 volts. This one's just 110. Oh, I hear it popping already. This is terrific. Now, personally, I really like the mushroom kernels, but for gourmet popcorn, flavored popcorn, but when I'm having just buttered popcorn like this, I do like the butterfly style best. I think it's just the nostalgia of going to the movies. Okay, look at that. Now you're going to notice this looks a lot more yellow than what we popped. Because I think this has to do with the type of oil that's being used. Alright, we're going to listen to this, and then we're going to dump it. Okay, I think we're good. Let's give it a dump. There we go. Stir this around. Alright, let's take a look at it. Oh yeah. That looks good. Give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's really great. Nice and buttery, savory. Those portion packs, they work really well. So, thank you all for checking out our live stream today. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to throw them down in the comments once this gets posted. If you have any other comments later on, really appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.